Hi, I'm TJ and this is Wendy. We're the Rhythm and Motion Dance, home of the Vulcan Performers professional dance organization in Birmingham, Alabama. Back with Move of the Week right here at the first of the year, back by popular request. We had a lot of people asking, hey, where's Move of the Week been? Sorry we took a little bit of break for the holidays, but now here we go. What we're doing is talking a little bit today about West Coast Swing. Here in Birmingham, we've got a lot of people who have never actually seen West Coast Swing and are just now hearing about it for the first time. And they're hearing that we're holding these New York and LA style social dance parties here in Birmingham. And what we're trying to do is spread a little bit of the fun that we've had traveling the country for the past decade, learning dances like West Coast Swing and Hustle and Salsa that are really big out there in California and New York, and bringing some of that fun back home to the Magic City here in Birmingham. So what is West Coast Swing? West Coast Swing is not one of the formalized dances like an international Latin or American rhythm dance. It's more of a gumbo, if you will, a good southern term, a good gumbo. It's a good mix of different dance styles. It's got a basis and roots in triple steps as all forms of swing, but a lot of times you'll have a little bit of hip hop in there. You'll have a little bit of Latin. You'll have different rhythms of jazz. It's got a little bit of everything thrown in there. But it's got a basis of a triple step, and some walking rhythm. So at the end of the day, it's still a form of swing, triple step, walk, walk. It's still got that rhythm in there. It's just variated in different ways. So what we're going to do is talk about some of the basics and tell you some name players of who's out there, some different styles, and just give you some things, a good intro to what it is. So the basic behind the dance is just a walk, walk, triple step. So the basic is just a walk, walk, triple step. Once again, just a walk, walk, triple step. From the other direction. So you can see what's happening here. Just a walk, walk, triple step. So that's the basic idea behind what we're doing, what that basic of the dance. Now within that, when you get to your advanced levels, you'll have different kind of syncopations that you use. You'll have different things that will happen to the body. You can have different rhythms that happen through the body, different kind of body rolls, different tricks, and a whole lot of fun that can happen within the dance. So that's the biggest thing that we want to introduce it to is a chance, it's a good loose dance that you can hop right into and have some fun, but there is some degree of technique. So what I want to talk about is some of those basics of technique. We've covered some of this on Moves of the Week before, and we keep getting questions, so I thought I'd clarify some of those questions. So I'm going to flip around here. One of the biggest questions that I get a lot of times is what's going on in the hands? What's happening in the hands? People hear about connection, and they hear about the old theories that were out there and the new theories. So let's talk a little bit about what's really happening. This is a hand hold. We're not squeezing, we're not grabbing, we're not holding the wrist, we're not squeezing the fingers. I'm taking my hand underneath and I'm just placing it right underneath there and letting my thumb just gently go on top. Alright? So I'm not squeezing with this, I'm just letting it go on top. Sometimes do we get in the old school 6-shooter position? Yeah, sometimes we may get into the position with the pin in the cup and the 6-shooter on the side, but for the most part we want a good solid hand hold. The arms, we've got a good clean distance between us. I like to call it shaking hands distance, right? We're not sucking the arms in. We are going to have an acceptable range of movement that's going to happen here, but general rule of thumb, so we're not going to lock out. We're not going to bend back. It's just going to be relaxed right in. So that's one of the questions that we've got with Moves of the Week is what's happening with the hands. We're not leaning away from each other. We're not pushing into each other. If anything, we're just relaxing. And as you get to your advanced levels, there are going to be degrees of absorption and degrees of stretch, but it's not going to be that old theory of let's lean into each other and let's lean away. So it's not any kind of push and pull that's happening as much as just the counterbalance. And our steps are basically going to be a walk, walk, triple step. And for the guys, we're going to do this with our feet. As we lead back with our bodies, we're going to allow the center point to settle back and our feet to come underneath. We're not going to allow the back of our head to go over our feet and for us to stop it back. We're just going to allow the feet to go underneath, and we're going to take a walk, walk. That's our walking motion. Our triple step is going to be a triple, replace the foot forward, and then a stay in place for the anchor, and we're going to stay in place. The ladies are going to take a walk, walk, triple as well. So they're going to take a walk, walk, triple step. Depending on your school of thought that you come from is whether this is a toe lead or a heel lead. I personally like the toe lead. I came in during a time when West Coast Swing was a very elegant dance, and I guess you can kind of call me a throwback to the old school. But I like the idea off the anchor as the girls hit the anchor for 5 and 6, that we get a good clean leg line as the foot moves forward, almost in a rumble walk movement. And with the heel lead, it's out there. It can be done, and I understand the concept of progressing forward like a walking step. If you're going to do the heel lead, I'm just going to say that you keep your body over it You don't allow the heel to get out there. And you're seeing this a lot right now in some of the divisions and some of the social dances where people are getting the foot out there and they're digging the heel. So even if you are going to do the heel lead, at least let your body come over it. Don't dig it out and let your body fall behind you. It's not attractive.
Modern ballet.
It's not modern ballet or something. It's just not an attractive position to go out there. So you want to make sure it's a good, clean sliding the foot, settling in. So we have triple and a triple. So we have walk, walk, triple, triple. One of the big questions I get asked also, does West Coast swing have a lilt? You know, yes and no-ish. West Coast swing has a pulse. And it has a lilt, but it's a slight lilt. It's not as pronounced as our East Coast swing lilt that's got a down and a down. It's got a very pronounced bouncing action. West Coast swing has a life, it's got a breath, it's got a pulse. It does have a lilt, it's just not a huge pronounced lilt. So if you watch, as we're hitting our triples, we do have a triple step and a triple step and a breathe and a walk. Walk, triple step and a breathe. So one of the things that used to be big when I was coming into dancing was talking about breathing through your dances, especially during hand counts are good places to take a breath. After you're 5 and 6, you know, that's a good place to have 5 and 6 and breathe and relax it out as we take our step. And with that, you're going to have a little bit of some pulse action happening, especially for your triple steps as we take our walk, walk, triple. We have a little bit of a pulse, and then we have our stretch and our breathe. 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6. So once again, this is our basic for West Coast swing. Notice that we're not leading with the arms, guys. We're not pulling with the arms. We're not yanking. We're just allowing our bodies to settle and move away and settle down. So that's our basics for West Coast swing. Once again, it's TJ and Wendy Zito with Rhythm and Motion Dance. Vulcan performers at www.bhanddance.com. We hope you enjoyed a little bit of the history lesson we have here, a little bit about the dance. And if you want to check out some of the fancier stuff, check out some of the earlier moves of the week, and you can see some of the fancy stuff to do it, but this will get you in the ballpark and get you moving.